Hello, I hope you're well. Today, I wanted to talk about the problem of pain, something that has troubled the human mind and philosophers since time immemorial, and it has never been solved completely because, as things are right now, until we know the full nature of reality, we won't be able to explain what pain is and why it is there and so forth. But I was thinking about it this morning and some things occurred to me. Not that I haven't thought about this before, but in any case, if you look at it from a functional point of view, what is pain? Pain physically serves a purpose. For example, I were to touch a hot surface and I feel pain, and that causes a reflex for me to pull my hand away before it gets injured. So, at the purely physical level, pain serves a clear purpose to prevent danger from happening to one's body, to one's systems. And if pain were not there, we may actually incur that damage. I wouldn't pull my hand away from the surface and damage would happen, but I wouldn't feel any pain. Yet my skin could burn away, my flesh, and so forth. Now, at a higher level, pain also serves a purpose. For example, if I were doing some harm to others in society, what would usually happen is that I would get arrested and I would spend many years in jail, right? Hypothetically speaking. And that would cause me pain. So I would not do that again because of the punishment of pain. So, in summary, pain would serve these purposes to prevent harm to oneself and harm to others. Of course, because our human systems are so interrelated and connected. As a side effect, we may experience pain when the circumstances do not call for it. And we see this every day. So I'm not dismissing pain. Pain is a real thing, it is terrible, and it is indeed the greatest evil we experience in life. But we are trying to look at it functionally. What purpose does pain serve? If there were no pain, we might cause harm to ourselves, our bodies, we might cause harm to others. And I think the world would have very different behaviors from what we see today if there were no pain. So, pain acts as some sort of safeguard to curtail behavior when it's harmful. So, this is not an answer to the problem of pain. Great minds have dealt with this issue. C.S. Lewis, philosophers in history, the ancients. But those are my thoughts on looking at pain from a functional point of view and why nature or the creator might have implemented the phenomenon of pain. I hope you have a great day.